Well, after that show, I think I need a sleep. I need a good sleep. How about a good sleep in a Sleep Number bed? We have an amazing offer for you here tonight. This is the most customizable Sleep Number bed that we have ever offered. We're going to hear all about the ins and the outs of this baby. And it is a limited edition mattress set, so don't think you can find it all year long anywhere. You can't. We have 100 nights that you get to sleep in this. Before, if you just want to check it out, this one that I'm using, we have the adjustable, or also we have the modular that we're going to offer you. But this one is H211187, and as you're moving around, I don't really feel you at all moving around. That means a big guy like this and maybe a medium-sized gal like me, we could sleep in the same bed and not be worried about each other. So this, we're gonna give you a full hour to take a look at this and check it out. Because if you are having a really just a hard night's sleep and it's hard for you to get to sleep, or maybe you've got those aches and pains and you like soft and he likes hard, and everybody's sleep number is so different. We're going to go through all of that with you in the next hour. We're going to ask for your testimonial calls as well, because we would love to hear from those of you who sleep on a Sleep Number bed, and maybe this one in particular, so we can hear more from you. So I'm going to give you some scoop on this. So this is H211187, and this is the Q series, and we're going to talk about how there are 3 different levels. If you go to a Sleep Number store, there's a good, better, and best, and then we combined them all in this Q Series limited edition modular or adjustable mattress set. With this, you have not just 6 easy payments, not just free shipping and handling, which is a $55 value, holy moly, but you also have an 18-month special financing, and this is a really big deal, especially on Sleep Number beds. They are a considered purchase. They are an investment in your sleep. They are an investment in what you are, right? And this is a 25-year warranty. So that 18 months financing is going to come in really handy. And how do you get that? With a QVC credit card. So let me break this down for you, because we do have both adjustable and modular. So, all right, Pete, Bills, you're here in town. You're right here with us here in the QVC studios. You've been with the Sleep Number bed for, what is it now?
About 22 years now.
2 years. Yep. All right, so this particular Sleep Number bed, this is the Q Series limited edition. What exactly does that even mean to us?
Well, the Q Series means that it's exclusive for QVC. There's only 2 places you can get a Sleep Number bed, either here at QVC or at one of our 500 stores across the country. And I always say, every once in a while, a day comes along where QVC is the very best place to get a Sleep Number bed. And that's what we have today with the Q Series. This was a Today Special Value in January, did very, very well, and we're glad to be able to bring it back. But as you mentioned earlier, we do have 3 lines of beds in our stores. Okay. We have the Classic Series, we have the Performance Series, and we have our Innovation Series.
Okay.
And then we have the Q Series beds that are made specifically for QVC. And as you mentioned earlier, we took the best features from all of them that have been popular the last 17 years we've been on QVC. And put them into this. As you said earlier, it's the most customizable, it's the most personalized bed you can make. You know, we've been around now for 30 years at Sleep Number, and it's been very, very exciting. And one of the things that we know about the way that you sleep, the more you can personalize, the more that you can customize your sleeping space, you're going to sleep so much better. We do it all the time with temperature. We like the right temperature in the room. We like the right amount of light. We like it very quiet. Now what we did 30 years ago was introduce that concept to the bed. No 2 people are alike, as we can see here, yet most people sleep on a bed that's identical on both sides. Not so with the Sleep Number bed. You can pick up the remote and adjust it to exactly what's right for you, based on your height, your weight, your preference, what sleeping position you're in, and just what's going on in your life. And the other thing is true is we all change over time. You should be able to pick up a remote and adjust the bed anytime that you want to. I told you that earlier, I ran 14 miles this morning.
Yeah, you did.
The hotel bed that I have doesn't have a Sleep Number bed in it. I'm going to have to, it's one size fits all, and I don't like that bed. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be the right one for me. You know, and I travel a lot. I landed in Philadelphia, picked up my rental car, and what's the first thing I had to do? Fix 6 things to make it comfortable and safe for me. Again, I should be able to do that with my bed. That's what the Sleep Number bed is all about, is the adjustability. Then a couple years ago, we introduced the adjustable foundation.
This is awesome.
So now you get...
I will say, I should disclose this. I do sleep on a Sleep Number bed. My husband and I have a Sleep Number bed. We do not have an adjustable.
Well, when you combine those
We do
two,
have a sleep number.
so
Sorry.
when you combine those two adjustable technologies, the ability to adjust the comfort, firmness, and support on your side of the bed, and then add to it the ability to raise your head and your feet into infinite positions, you just have the very best sleep you possibly can get.
That's awesome.
And then with the Q series, we've added quite a few other things. First of all, you actually get 2 remotes, one for each person on the beds that have dual chambers. So our dual air technology allows you to adjust each side to exactly what you want. Now you each have your own remote, you can do that. Dan's side right here is a sleep number setting of 45, which is fairly soft but very supportive. Yours is a 75, goes all the way up to 100, but at the touch of a button you can adjust this to exactly what you need, and then you can adjust the head and the feet as well. The other thing that's really, really nice about this particular model, it's a duvet style pillow top. And the pillow top, when you assemble it for the first time, you can further personalize it by picking what type of foam is right beneath your body.
Oh, okay.
So you have your choice of memory foam underneath you or our 7-zone Intralux. In fact, I have a sample of it over here. We can take a look at it really quick.
Well, I don't know why I just don't lift my head of my bed.
You could just stay there, that's fine. But if you look at the foam that we have, this is a queen size bed foam set, and each side of the bed will come with 2 layers of, just to give you an example, we have just a cue ball.
Okay.
And the memory foam, as you can see, is classic weight distribution. This is a very high density foam. It's our highest density in any sleep number bed. When I drop the ball onto this, what you'll see is it just captures all your energy, right? Just like that. And the way when you move around in the bed, it captures all your energy and it just envelops you. Whereas some people like to move around in bed a little bit easier. So if I take this ball and drop it on there, it continues to bounce. So you have a very, very different feel. Now again, both sides of the bed have both layers of the foam. You get the benefits of both, but the feel is very, very different. So it's just another way to personalize your side of the bed.
Totally customizable. This is crazy.
So sleep number adjustability, adjustable foundation, and then you can also customize or personalize the pillow top itself.
Awesome. Okay, so Pete, what I'm going to do is, can I bring you? Let's bring you all the way back to the beginning, because someone may, strangely enough, and it's possible, somebody doesn't know what a sleep number bed, just even the concept is and what it is, right? So let's talk a little bit about sleep number bed itself. I mean, I know we are because we're talking about the customizable, and now we've got the memory foam and the how we want to do that.
I have a short video I think I'd like to show.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'll do it over here.
Okay, sure. Let's go over there. Bring my cards right over here with me. All right.
And this will give you a good example of what's inside our bed and why they're so different.
Okay.
So you get over here.
Well, while he's doing that, I mean, are you sleeping well? When's the last time you changed your mattress? This one has 100 days that you can sleep on it.
We call My Gold Service, and we'd be glad to help you any way that we possibly can.
It's awesome.
So a sleep number bed, while it looks like a conventional bed, is very, very different. Each side can be exactly what you want, and you can change it anytime that you want to. And then if you get the adjustable foundation, you get that as well. Unbelievable.
Okay, so I want to do definitely some pressure mapping, but before we get there, let's say someone has heard now of a sleep number. They've seen it in the stores, and they're like, you know what, I want to get a sleep number, but I don't know, should I get an adjustable or should I get the modular? How do I make a decision between the two?
Well, the modular is what we've had for a long time, and we just introduced the adjustable foundations not too long ago, but it quickly has become the most popular of all of our beds here on QVC. And the reason is very simple. One, you could do a lot more in it. It's much more versatile. So if you like to read or watch TV or work a little bit before you go to bed, you can adjust it to exactly what you want. We're in the summer months now. People do more. Their bodies react differently when they're outside golfing or gardening or running like I did this morning. I love to sleep slightly articulated. It takes pressure off my back and it feels so much better. And you know what April flowers bring?
Well,
showers and flowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say there's got to be something.
So April showers bring May flowers, and we're in a
I thought you were going to say like more aches and pains because you're out there weeding.
Well, you do, but no, you actually sneeze more too. And so the American Academy of Otolaryngologists, the ENTs, they say sleep with your head slightly elevated to let gravity help you, or if you have acid reflux, or even simple snoring when you sleep with your head up can help as well. So it's unbelievable comfort, or it can actually help you sleep better with the adjustable.
And how important is sleep to just our overall wellness and well-being?
It's at the center of our well-being.
Yeah.
You know, sleep affects everything else that we do, especially this time of year as
Yeah.
we get into, again, the more outdoor activities.
So let's show the difference, Sleep Number, how really different Sleep Number is from any other mattress, and that is really about this pressure mapping. So I'm somebody who likes really like a hard bed, so I'm up there on 100, but I know that my Sleep Number is a lot lower than that, where it's best for me. Should I get on here?
No, let's go ahead, and I want you to stand next to Dan.
Okay, stand
we're
next
bring
to Dan.
Dan out
Where's
here.
Dan?
Stand next
Oh,
to
hi,
Dan,
Dan.
and let's show
Okay. All right.
how big a difference that many
How tall
couples
are
could
you?
be.
6'3".
6'3". Okay, so my husband is 6'2", so we're not far off.
Totally different
Yeah.
proportion, where the weight is, how much the weight is.
Yeah.
And what position do you sleep in normally?
On my side.
And what position do you sleep in?
Side.
Side? Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of couples sleep in the same position, a lot sleep in different positions. Again, sleeping on a bed that's identical on both sides just doesn't make sense. So we can show that with this.
I'm either a side or a stomach sleeper, so it's both. I move around a lot.
And what's your normal Sleep Number setting, Nancy?
Well, I do 100, which is terrible. 'Cause
Okay.
I know I should be like a 30. I think I should be like, I think it was 34 or 35,
35.
something like
Okay,
that.
we'll do that. And Dan, what was yours?
65.
65. Okay, that's pretty typical of customers, couples that sleep differently. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look to see what your sleep numbers look like at 100. So and we can see that. We see high areas of red in Dan's hip area right here. We see red in your area as
No,
well.
should I get on the side like he is? Because that's how I sleep.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and get on your
Okay.
side. You can see we're measuring that. Now, you can see as soon as you went onto your side, we actually saw more pressure, because when you're on your side, more of your curves of your body are pushing into the bed, the hips,
Okay.
the shoulders, and those types of things. So what we want to do is to be able to adjust the Sleep Number and see what we can do with that pressure.
Okay.
So Nancy, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of yours, and Dan, I'll take a picture of you, and then we'll go ahead and go back to a live setting.
Okay.
And so the live setting is in the middle, and the picture of you at 100 is down there in the left-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust your Sleep Number to what we've said is the 35. And as you feel it, let's watch what happens to those areas of red in that live image. What's going to happen is you're going to start to settle into the bed as the dual air chamber changes, and the air is going to find the curves and contours of your shoulders, your middle of your hip area, then your hips, and you're going to see a dissipation of that red area right
Dude.
there. Now, do you feel yourself settling in?
Yeah, I need to go to 35.
So now the dual foam layering system, that Intralux and that high density memory foam are now taking over. More of it can touch you, and your body's weight is being much more evenly distributed.
Yeah.
So we can see a much more settled picture of comfort. So what'll happen is, now you'll stay in the same position longer, you won't toss and turn as much. If Dan were to stay at this Sleep Number of 100 right now, that area of red would cause enough discomfort for him to want to move, and then move, and then
Oh,
move.
so
We call
that's
that,
the idea behind it.
that's what we call
Yeah,
tossing and
okay,
turning.
right.
Or if you've ever wakened up and your arm was asleep, that pins and needle feeling,
Yeah.
we call that paresthesia, and that's because it's so firm it actually cut off some circulation. So Dan's at 100 right now. I'm going to go ahead and set his side
It's hard to teach this old dog new tricks,
to a
Pete.
65. Okay, so let's watch
Okay.
Dan's now.
All right. I don't want to.
Especially that area of red in his hip. That's going to be the problematic area that's hard for most people to get accustomed to in a regular inner spring bed, or even a memory foam bed, because once you settle into it, there's no recourse. You can't do anything. But you can see we've totally dissipated that high area of red compared to the image down there. And again, for Dan, he'll stay in the same position longer, toss and turn less, disturb you less, and actually get a better quality of sleep.
Well, so again, we're talking about we have all kinds of life changes, right? You go through life changes, whether it's you're pregnant, whether you are just having more aches and pains, maybe you're more like really super active. There are all these things, and yet this is a totally customizable bed from the how firm or more soft do you want it to figure out what's best for your body. It just all totally depends. And then you've got the memory foams, the 2 different ones you can use. You have 100 nights to try this out. You've got the My Gold service. You've got awards.
Oh yeah, we'll show you those in a minute.
In a minute,
I got a
What do you
couple of great
got here?
ones.
What do you
Well,
have
this is
here?
what most people sleep on. This is a traditional inner spring where you have a core of springs that give you the support, and then you have foam here to protect you from the feeling the springs like this. They could be well designed and well made, but again, it's identical all the way across the bed.
Yeah.
And it's not adjustable. Once I settle into this, I have to make a decision in the bed store on what firmness is right for me based on a few minutes on the bed. Whereas on a Sleep Number bed, we don't want you to make that decision in the showroom. You make that decision in your bedroom because you can adjust it until you're infinitely comfortable.
Because you're not always going to have the same, or you're not always going to feel the same the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Right? At least the next 25 years.
So we've replaced this spring core right here with our dual air technology that's fully adjustable. And here's a typical memory foam. You have foam core in the middle and some memory foam on the top. Again, it's identical all the way across. You can't adjust it. A lot of people say, boy, I wish my bed could do that.
Yeah.
So ask your bed, can your bed do this?
No, right.
You can't.
So, well, mine can because it's a Sleep Number bed. So let's talk about clinicals and how important that is and what you found.
Yeah, well, what we have found is when people...
Maybe you've been putting this off for a long time and you just want to get the last bit of ounce of what you can out of the mattress that you have right now. But you're watching here tonight and you're seeing this amazing offer. This is a Sleep Number Q series. This is a limited edition. We cannot do this all the time. We cannot do it time after time after time. How many shows do you have on the day, Pete, today? You have, what, 3 shows in total?
3 shows.
So you've got this one now. You're doing QVC 2 at 11 a.m. and later on tonight you are at what time? At 5 p.m. later on today. So I want you to make this decision today. You have 100 nights that you get to try this out. You have 6 easy payments. You choose whether you want the adjustable or whether you want the modular. And we're going to show you that breakdown here so you can kind of start to make that decision. We know that each of your monthly installments off, just pay them off each month, and then you get to have your bed, and you get to have it for 25 years, a 25-year warranty with all the accolades that go with it. And speaking of accolades, can we talk a little bit about accolades?
Oh yes,
let's do it.
Yeah, we're quite excited about this. You know, J.D. Powers has been around for a long time, and they rank a lot of different products based on customer satisfaction. 2 years ago, they decided to add satisfaction in mattresses 2016, presented to Sleep Number by J.D. Powers and Associate. Again, this is rankings based on customer satisfaction, not something that I say or that you say or that we put in an owner's manual or a marketing. And that was on the heels of 2 years in a row now also being on Forbes' top 100 most trusted companies in America. And again, you don't buy those awards. These are awards that we earn through special relationships with QVC and through our stores as well. Plus, our products are world class.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They really do deliver high quality sleep. And we're so excited to be here on QVC.
And this, just kind of take us through this particular limited edition Q series. And can I get it at every place? Is there?
No, this is only available on QVC. That's why it's a Q series, a QVC series. We take the best features from our lines of beds in the store, and talking to the QVC buyers and QVC customers, what do you want in this new bed? So we put together the limited edition. We get a limited amount of materials from our suppliers to do this, and we've had this now for a while, and it's absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at it. It's a 14-inch duvet-style pillow top.
Okay.
It's the highest profile bed we have at QVC. And the duvet top, we call it a duvet because it actually has a second zipper where you actually put in the pillow top.
Okay.
We put in those 2 layers of foam. You want the Interlux on top or you want the memory foam on top, and it's different on either side.
And we'll show you that
to.
in a minute if you're just joining us.
And then you have 6 inches of our dual air technology beneath that, so that's what gives you the adjustability. So you get this beautiful rayon blend,
It's
breathable
so nice.
top. Yeah, it uses our best quilting techniques. We call it a jump and tack. So you have all these materials that are sewn nicely, and you get this beautiful billow, which by itself is really comfortable. When you can add the adjustability, that's amazing. And again, this special edition, it's the only bed in our line that actually comes with 2 remotes, one for each sleeper.
Okay.
And then with the split king, adjustable, each sleeper also gets a remote to adjust the head, the feet, or both at the same time.
Awesome.
So you get that incredible adjustability and personalization on each side. But the QLE, the QVC limited edition bed, is only available here on QVC.
That's amazing. And so, and if you do use your QVC credit card, it's going to be just a little bit over $300, I believe it is, to get it home.
On the Split King.
On the Split King, just a little bit over $300 if you do your 18 months special financing. And it makes a difference. It makes your sleep, when you get a good night's sleep, you know what that feels like, right? And if you're not getting it, you know the kind of grumpy you feel. You're not at your best. You're not doing your best work. You're not being the best mom, best grandma, best friend, best wife, best partner, right? And then the thing that is, to me, crazy about this one too is that the foam on the inside, like how you get to decide which one you go with.
You get to personalize what's
love that.
in this duvet, and it really makes a big difference in how you feel when you're in the bed and how you move when you're in the bed. So again, here's a queen size sample. Both sides of the bed will have 2 layers of this foam. Our 7-zone Intralux. It's a very high layers of foam, but the feel of the bed is very different from one to the next.
And you can change it if you choose,
right? You can change it anytime you want to. As I said earlier, a good friend of mine just changed both of their sides to this because they like the flow during the summer of the Intralux, and they like this in the winter. So again, if you see the way that this ball responds to the foam, it totally hugs it and absorbs all the weight and all the energy of the body. So as soon as you get in there, it kind of grabs onto you and hugs you. And the Intralux, much easier to move around in.
Look at that.
It actually has a high resiliency feel to it. The beauty is you get to try it each time when you get it and figure out, oh, I like this or I like that. That's, again, it's another way to personalize your side of the bed. And again, can your bed do that?
Right.
Most people's can't. It's, just, it's amazing.
Exactly. Let me ask you about setup. Can I do that? Because I mean, when I get this home, is it just going to come in one boxes or several boxes?
Depending on the size and the foundation that you get, it's going to come into 5 or 7 boxes. And we can show a short video of that in a little bit. But you'll assemble it yourself.
All right.
And when you go to QVC online, you'll actually see how many boxes you're going to get with the model that you order. And there's only two choices you have to make today: is what size mattress, and then which base. Do I want a modular base that stays flat like a regular box spring, or do I want the adjustable?
You want the adjustable.
You want the adjustable.
Yeah,
most people do.
You just want the adjustable.
You know, I like to put this into perspective. By the time you turn 50 years old, you will have spent 17 years of your life in a bed. 17 years of your life. And the quality of the time that you spend in that bed for those 17 years totally will dictate your productivity in the time you're up and about trying to be a good parent, a good worker, a good friend, a neighbor. So sleep is that important, and I try to put that into perspective. We just started the month of May. Most of us will spend 7 to 8 days of May in a bed, sleeping, trying to make sure that we're productive during the day. You spend so much time in the bed.
I'm not listening to you anymore, Pete. I'm just sorry.
Well, as my colleague Amy says, you're either in a bed, you better have the best one you can, or you're in a good pair of shoes. You better get a good pair of shoes too. You invest into those 2 things, and everything else seems to work so much better.
Yeah, and it is an investment. We're not talking about a cheap bed that's going to fall apart on you. We're not talking about something that's going to make you like wish you wouldn't have got the bed, right? Because when, as Pete you mentioned earlier so well, is that when you go and you buy a mattress that doesn't have this kind of customizable feature to it, right? You have to just stick with your mattress because they don't let you bring back your mattresses. This is 100-day that you get in home, try it out. And it's completely customizable. Like, it's unbelievable from which one you want to go to with the memory foam or the other. What is the other side? The Intralux. From whether you want to have where it is your sleep number is, from 100 all the way down to what?
5.
To 5, right? So you have all of this. Plus you have the great awards from J.D. Power and Association, the Forbes. We have whether you want adjustable, whether you want modular, whether you want full, queen, California king, or split king in your adjustable base. You have 6 months to pay for it. Do free shipping and handling. You've got the My Gold service. And I will tell you something else. I did go into, because I was having trouble finding what would be the right sleep number for me. So I actually went into one of the sleep number stores that we have King of Prussia that's around here. And I said, would it be okay? Would you mind? Because I'm really having a hard time finding my sleep number. Can you help me with that? And the gentleman said, absolutely, get on your bed. get on the bed. And he just showed me, and we did the pressure mapping, the whole 9 yards, and which was such a huge help, which is why I know that my sleep number is 35. And that's where the best comes from, and I love that pressure mapping just to see like how important that is.
The other thing that's built into the new advanced dual air remotes is exactly what you go through in our stores. We have finding your sleep number.
So then you don't even need to do that. Forget it. What I just said. You've
Well,
already
you
got
you can go to the store if you want someone to help you. The other nice thing about this is I always tell people
limited edition. This is something that they can't do all the time. This is something that's only here at QVC. It's the Q Series limited edition sleep number bed. You have an adjustable, which I've been adjusting back and forth here. You have a module choice as well. 25-year warranty. Now, are these made and designed right here in America? Is that true?
They're designed and crafted right here in the U.S.
Here.
We have 2 state-of-the-art plants. In fact, I can show you a couple things while we're over here again.
Great.
First of all, you asked about assembly.
I
Let me
did.
show you how. We'll just show how the modular goes together.
Okay, I'm going to get on the bed.
Goes together first. Oops. Oh, Dan.
Oh, Dan. Help, Dan, help! This video here, but the Queen, when it says dual or single, what do we mean by that?
The Queen beds are available with 1 air chamber, so that's the single. Or if you are sharing your Queen bed and you want the dual air technology, that's the dual.
Okay, and there's no different price for that for the Queen. You just say, do you want a single or a dual? It's the same price in the
single
Queen.
would come with 1 remote, the dual would come with 2 remotes.
Perfect, thank you for that, that was great. All right, so how do I assemble?
So the nice thing about all QVC beds from Sleep Number is they come to you just like any other product from QVC. They come via UPS, 5 to 7 boxes depending on
Doesn't matter.
Same thing with the adjustable as well.
Oh, that's awesome, amazing. And you have the My Gold service.
My Gold service, absolutely. If you have any issues at all, I always like to say we won't let you make a mistake. You have the adjustability.
Yeah.
So you have 100 nights to find your Sleep Number setting and use the remote to actually help you find it anytime that you want to. You have My Gold service. You can call up anytime that you want. We'll be glad to help you. We know it's an investment, as you keep saying, which is exactly right, and we just don't want you to make a mistake. So we're there for you.
And that should give you some real good peace of mind, because we're at QVC. We always have our 30-day money-back guarantee, but Sleep Number up to 100 days that you get to sleep on it. And I'll tell you, if you've ever bought a mattress, and we were actually one of these people. My husband and I bought a mattress. It was now, gosh, I guess it was probably 10 years ago. I think it was about 10 years ago. And we bought a mattress, and I can tell you within about a year to year and a half, I don't even know what happened in the mattress, and we paid for that mattress like it was a good mattress. I don't even know what happened to it, but it was so crazy and comfortable. It got the dip in the center, and that's when we switched over to the Sleep Number bed. So we've been sleeping on a Sleep Number bed now for, I want to say about 7 years. So we were on that bed for about 3 years. And what a difference, because my husband and I like totally different sleep things. You can't do that with a traditional mattress. And this, you customize it. And this is why it's an investment. It's not just something like just a throwaway. We don't want that, right? And 25 years. Can you talk about the warranty?
25-year. In fact, I was going to show you how we come to our warranties. We do very destructive industry standard tests. But we went from the 10 years that most manufacturers do to 20 and then to 25 a couple years ago, and we continually can't make the bed fail. So the amount of effort that we put into creating just the best bed you possibly can.
That's awesome. Can we do our sleep numbers again?
Sure. Let's come on over.
Do you mind? Okay, so let's do that. And if you want to find out what your sleep number is, and if you feel like you can get a better night's sleep, like you are not sleeping well, or just it's uncomfortable, you have those spaces like your hips or your arms or your shoulders or something, and if you want to have that customized sleep, this is where you need to go. And especially with this price on this limited edition bed that we're not doing, was only limited. So there you go. All right, so
again, our individual fit system which is in our stores, actually measures and displays the amount of pressure that your body has. Each side has about 1,000 sensors on it that are displaying pressure that your body is experiencing from a mattress. Right now we have it set at a sleep number of 100, which would be very similar to a very firm innerspring bed. But most people, once they get that, they think firmer is better. Then they live with these high pressure points, and they wonder why they toss and turn at night, because that's what that high pressure does. Those areas of red in your hips, it will cause pressure enough so that it's discomfort, you're uncomfortable, so you move to try to find comfort, but it's still going to be there no matter what position you're in.
Okay.
So what we'll do is take a picture of each of those at 100, and then we'll bring it down to your sleep numbers like we did before, and we actually can see the display of comfort and pressure. So we'll do you again first this time. We'll go from a sleep number of 100 down to a sleep number of 35. And as you feel it,
oh yeah, you feel it. I feel it so immediately.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
So instead of lying on top of the bed, you want to be in the bed. Your hip wants to be about 3 or 4 inches deeper than your mid-waist area.
And that's
your shoulder wants to be in about 4 inches deeper than your mid area. So instead of being on a bridge where your shoulders and your hips are bearing all the weight, it conforms beautifully with the air and all of the wonderful comfort layers of the Intralux foam and the memory foam. More of that is now being used, and it distributes your weight. And you can see we totally got rid of that area of red. And again, the result for you is you'll stay in the same position longer, you'll toss and turn less, you'll actually get better sleep simply from that. Now Dan, again, very common signature of pressure. You can see it from his shoulder all the way through his hip, his rib cage and all that. Very, very difficult to get comfortable, a man of Dan's size and as a side sleeper. So we'll go ahead and go down to his sleep number setting of 65. And again, watch those areas of red, yellow, all the way from his shoulders through his rib cage down through his hip. We're going to go ahead and dissipate that as the air now allows his body to settle into the mattress, recruiting those comfort layers of foam all around and dissipating and redistributing his weight. Again, he'll stay in this position longer, toss and turn less, and get a better night's sleep.
And Dan is 6'3", and what'd you say,
255.
255.
But dropping, he would say.
And I'm 5'4", and so you can see obviously different. We're totally different peeps. But this is H211187. It is a limited edition. So this is the Q Series Sleep Number Bed limited edition. It's available on 6 easy payments and 18 months financing. This is such a big deal. I just want you to know that. That is to be able to have 18 months to pay for it and not have any interest accrue as long as you have the, you're paying off your minimum monthly payments. We want you to do that and take care of that. Here is the deal. So coming up, and you might want to have an adjustable bed for this because you are going to be wanting to use the very lowest price we've ever offered on an HP laptop is our today's special value today. This guy, whether you're choosing a 15-inch or a 17-inch, this is the lowest price we've ever done with an Intel processor. It has, 4 gigabytes of memory. You got a terabyte of hard drive space in here. Comes in some fabulous colors. It comes with a special financing as well on this guy. Also your Easy Pay. We've got software and services bundle, but we'll talk about this coming up and in just about 15 minutes. And already this has been incredibly popular. Think about graduation gifts, people going off to college. Every kid is using, every person is using, honestly, digital. This is how we are. This is how we live our life. All right, so we're going to come back in just a minute. We have about 15 minutes left in our Sleep Number Bed hour, and I don't want you to walk away with any questions. I want you to be making your decisions before you leave here tonight, because this is limited edition, and I just don't know when we're going to be able to see this again after today. So come back and we'll do some more talking about getting you a better night's sleep with Sleep Number. Oh, this adjustable bed from Sleep Number. I'm totally digging this. Okay, so welcome back. We have about 15 minutes left. Pete Bills is here with me. Dan is here in the bed with me as well. Because we're talking about helping you to get a sleep that is fully customizable. Their most customizable mattress they've ever done for us. This is a Sleep Number bed, the Q Series limited edition. You have 100 nights that you get to sleep on this. If you're not satisfied, send it back. I know this is a considered purchase. It is. But there's a reason it's a considered purchase, and there's so much quality that goes into this. Does your mattress allow you to kind of decide if you want it a little more firm or a little softer. Do you get to decide whether you want the Interlux or do you want memory foam? Do you get to decide whether you want an adjustable or modular bed? Like all of that stuff. There's a lot that goes into this. And honestly, we've been my husband and I have been sleeping on a Sleep Number bed for the last 7 years. We're totally different peeps. Dan here is 6'3"? Dan's 6'3", over 200 pounds. I'm a 5'4" gal, and I can't even feel you're moving and doing your thing over there. But Pete Bills, you've been with Sleep Number for 22 years.
Yep.
And this partnership between Sleep Number Bed and QVC, we just have really about 11 minutes left. So I want to go through all the bells and whistles. I want to really just kind of hone into helping somebody find a different way to sleep versus the tossing and the turning and feeling terrible when they wake up.
And what we have found over the 30 years that we've been innovators in sleep leadership with the Sleep Number bed is that the more you can personalize your side of the bed, the better you're going to sleep. And with the Sleep Number bed, we started out with the dual air technology, which allows each sleeper to pick up a remote control and dial in on their side of the bed a sleep number setting that's between 0 and 100 that represents that ideal combination of comfort, firmness, and support. One side of the bed, Dan's side of the bed, is at a 75. The other side of the bed is at a 45, almost half the firmness, yet you can't tell the difference, but they really can when they're actually in the bed. So it all started with Sleep Number adjustability. And then a few years ago, we introduced the adjustable foundation, which allows
I can't believe you can do
sleepers-
this with a Sleep Number bed.
Oh,
I can't believe it.
In fact, it does it better than just about any other bed. Imagine trying to bend an innerspring bed. A lot of times to make them adjustable, they actually clip some of the border wires in there so it bends better, but then that takes away some of the integrity of the mattress itself.
It's crazy.
So Sleep Number, because it's using air, once you adjust it, you can then adjust your Sleep Number setting. So when you have both of those adjustable technologies, you have just unimaginable, infinite combinations of comfort for you to alleviate anything that's going on in your life. Just supreme comfort, or again, if you like to read or watch TV or work on your tablet before you go to bed, it's the best place in the world to do it. Or again, we talked about earlier, a lot of people sleep with their head slightly elevated like this because of allergies, congestion, cold and flu, or seasonal allergies. Or if you have acid reflux or heartburn, you can sleep like this. Or even simple snoring. It can reduce snoring by keeping your head up and keeping this open like this. Now, a lot of people do that with a bunch of pillows, or go into a recliner. But what that does is put a lot of pressure on your hip area down here. So what you want to do is to bring your feet up slightly to compensate for that. And so you get that wonderful comfort, and you actually sleep a lot better when you do that. I don't know who invented flat sleeping, but I sleep. I have some friends who get up in the morning, they make a pot of coffee, they run out and get the paper, and they climb right back into bed and read the paper and drink their coffee because this is the most comfortable way to do it.
Okay, so here's the scoop. We have also, can we see the inside of this thing, like the two different Interlux and the foam? Because this is where not only just, like if you decide the adjustable one, but look at all this.
Yeah, so this is the duvet style pillow top. It's actually a second chamber area where you actually insert the pillow top materials. And there are two comfort layers. We have one which is the high density memory foam, and the other which is the 7-zone Intralux. And when you first assemble this, they're this wide and the whole length of the bed. You decide which one that you want to put in there based on how it feels. So if we go over here, we can actually see what the differences are between them. So here's the 7-zone Intralux. Again, it's sculpted into 7 different zones to perfectly match up to your shoulders, your hips, your legs, your lower legs. And so it gives you the right amount of support to work with the air chamber beneath it. Or if you'd rather have the feel of the memory foam, we have this high definition, high density memory foam that is a classic addition to any bed. It's made even better with the addition of adjustability beneath it with the dual air Sleep Number settings. But if you like this natural conforming high density feel, you can have that. And again, each side of the bed can be different, and you can do it for any reason that you want to. And the reason that it feels different is because how it responds to your body. Memory foam, of course, responds to your weight and conforms to you naturally, relieving pressure. And if I drop this ball in there, you can see what happens. It just absorbs all the energy. When your body is in there, it absorbs it all, and some people really, really like that feel. Whereas the 7-zone Intralux, it's not a high density, it's a high resilient foam, very, very luxurious. But you can see what happens when I drop this on it. It continues to allow my body to move a little bit easier in the bed. Now the beauty of it is I still get the benefits of both layers of foam because they're like this.
Yeah.
If you like this, and they're like this if you prefer the memory foam. So I still get the benefits of it. I just get a totally different feel in the bed, which is
and some
another
people can change them during the seasons, different seasons, or you can change them however you want to do that, depending upon the time of the year as well. This is why this is so customizable. Just this portion alone. But I got to tell you, here are your two choices. Well, three, I guess. The first choice you need to make is, what do you want, an adjustable or do you want a modular? For my money and for my thought, I'd say honestly go to the adjustable. The split king adjustable is always the most popular. It's the same thing tonight. Also, so is the queen on the adjustable side. Let me just say, I know that the adjustable and the split king is going to be on a 6 easy pay plan of $909.83. This is where this QVC credit card really, really comes in handy. Just sign up for it. Because not only will you get 3 easy payments on anything that we offer here tonight, every once in a while we do special financing. And tonight I actually have quite a bit of special financing offers. This one's 18 months. That's a year and a half. I have free shipping and handling, which is such a nice thing. That's a $55 value alone in that. And then and I didn't even include that with the $400 savings, but this is what a QVC credit card looks like. But we're now back at the pressure mapping, because this is really where this is a Sleep Number difference right here.
I call it the science behind your Sleep Number.
Okay.
Yeah, it really does give you a good idea of why the Sleep Number bed improves comfort, support, and therefore sleep so much better. So again, both of you are set at a Sleep Number of 100. The areas of orange aren't good. That's high pressure, going to cause tossing and turning. So what I'm going to do is take a picture of that on each one of them, and this time I'll adjust Dan's first, since his name is already on the remote right here. His side came up first. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust Dan's down to his Sleep Number setting of 65. So there he is at 100, there he is at 100, and now I've adjusted the dual air technology to allow air to find the curves and contours of his body and allow more of the foam to contact him. He's actually settling into the bed instead of being on top of the bed, and in doing so, distributing weight better and reducing those pressure points. He'll stay in the same position longer during the night, toss and turn less, and just get a higher quality of sleep. I don't know how many times people wake up in the morning and they feel more tired than when they went to bed. It's because they were constantly trying to adapt to their bed. The Sleep Number bed adapts and adjusts to you, so you don't have to do that. Very, very simple. Right now, I'll go ahead and adjust yours on your side of the bed.
Okay. I have a dumb question, but as you're adjusting me back down to 35, when you use the remote, which side is the right and left? Is it from the head?
So when you're looking at it this way, it'll point to your side of the bed, and it'll point to this side of the bed. So the remote will tell you which side that you're actually adjusting.
Can you show that to them?
Yeah. Well, actually, you can actually put your name in there so you'll know for sure. So actually, we were working with Gina a minute ago, and that's what your side was.
Okay.
But when I push the button here, it'll then bring up to the other side of the bed. It will bring up Dan.
Awesome. Look at that. Look at my pressure map now. I don't have hardly any yellow at all. I don't think I have any, do I now?
Nope. And again, it's because you're settled into the bed. That's just, you can see, barely see the outline of your body because the foams now are taking over, the memory foam and the Intralux foam. So that's what we're actually seeing, but we're seeing no pressure from your body down beneath that. It's absolutely amazing comfort. So again, you sleep so much better.
Sleeping so much better, and isn't that the name of the game? Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what we all want, to feel better and to be our best selves? And this is a great offer. It's a sale price. And we're starting at $400, and we're going to go up from there depending upon which bed you go with. We have adjustable, we have modular, we have 6 easy payments, but more importantly, you have 18 months to pay for this. You use a QVC credit card, you're not going to pay a dime of interest as long as you're making those minimum monthly payments every single month. So imagine being able to get one of the most expensive beds, which is a split king in the adjustable home, for $304. Like, that's incredible. And you have 100 days to try that out. And I don't want you to go another day without getting a really good night's sleep, right? So we have just a few seconds left, and you are going to be on again later on today. You're going to be on at, what did you say, 5 p.m.?
5 p.m.
5 p.m. later on today, because I know it is a considered purchase, and I know that when you're out doing some comparison shopping with your other Sleep Number beds, this is where we can only get this here.
You can only get it at QVC.
QVC.
The QLE, QVC, Q Series limited edition bed.
Yeah.
Spectacular bed.
Awesome. Pete, as always, thank you. It's good to
Thank
see
you.
Dan, thanks for being my partner down here. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Stay with us because today's top tech comes up next with our today's special value, our lowest price Intel Core processor HP laptop. Woo! As a today's special value coming up next.